Coming to you from both sides of the Pacific, it's Duck Amuck in Japan, with your hosts, King Baby Duck, AFLM, and JonStar.
Ohio gozaimasu Tokyo and good evening Boston. Welcome to Duck Amuck in Japan, episode 57, New Era, Old Men. I am your King Baby Duck Evan Borgo, Mr. Ikebukuro, and the #1 fan of Sanrio character Big Challenges. Thank you so much for joining in as always. And of course, joining us, showing his face for the first time in a really long time, the creator of Solarian Sun, the king of all cat girls, and the hard man with harder opinions, AFLM.
That's me.
Yes, look at that beautiful setup that he has in the background.
Oh, I thought you were going to say my beautiful face with my beautiful shaved chin.
Well, you always look like a beautiful man. Come on. You're a very handsome man, Andrew.
Oh, thank you.
And
thank you.
Yeah, speaking of your other half, who is also equally as handsome because he is your twin, he is the stupid, awesome analyst, the line block, and the original OG trainer son, JonStar.
Hi.
Hi. Yes.
That's my sign on.
Yeah.
I was thrown off by seeing Andrew's face.
Yes. This is a very different, but I like it. It's a good change. It's a very good change.
Setup's not done yet, but it's getting there.
Yeah, it's almost done. And guys, welcome to this brand new era. You know, the era of the Boston Bash Brigade has officially come to a close, and now it is all about Duck Amuck in Japan. The brand new website, duckjapan.com, is alive and kicking and posting new content almost every weekday, sometimes maybe an extra article on Saturdays. And we will be having a few new things added to the site very soon, or rather, part of the new repertoire of Duck Amuck in Japan, including a brand new interview series, which should be coming out very, very soon.
I believe I've gotten a sneak preview of it.
Yes.
It is enjoyable.
Thank you very much. This is something that I've been working really hard towards, and I sent it to the boys here, and positive vibes. And I trust their opinion because they're the type of guys who will always be brutally honest. Like I said, AFLM, he's a hard man with harder opinions. He goes hard with his opinions, and if he says it's good, then it's good.
Listen, if we're going to brand it, we're going to put our names on it. We got to make sure it's right.
Exactly. We gotta make it 100. Keep it 100. 100. So yeah, new era because of the new website, but old man because today we are premiering a new segment on the show, a new seasonal segment that I thought up of because, man, we've been in this game for a very, very long time. We've been in this anime journalism game for a very, very long time. So
yeah, look at this. I was looking at the shelf right here. This is 20 years worth of collecting anime, and this is manga over here.
Yeah,
and I was going through some of the evaluations of them. I got some money over here, dude. Some of these are worth a couple $100. Like it's all out of print and stuff. Like people are asking for like $300 to $500 for some of these anime DVDs.
I hope your attitude is, but it's mine.
Oh, absolutely. I can never get another one of those. I can't get another one.
Yeah. I know you have like one of the original Gunsmith Cats DVDs back there someplace. I know you did the Kickstarter a few years ago, but you got the OG Gunsmith Cats DVD collection.
There's also somewhere back there is also the entire series of Love Hina that also includes the movies in the pack.
Yeah.
So, nice. Man.
There's a lot of really good stuff on that shelf that I didn't even know. Like even just as recently as Media Blasters putting out Mad Bull 34 and me having a Mad Bull 34. That's out of print. You can't get that anymore for like you have to pay like $50, $60, $70 to get it.
Jeez. Wow. Like looking back, I have sold some of my DVDs of anime DVDs in the past, and I do regret it immensely. Unfortunately, stuff like Love Hina has went to the selling, and some Lupin the Third ones. And I sold like the Lupin the Third ones because I didn't realize when I started collecting it that there was over 200 episodes. And like, I don't think I will ever have the money to buy all the Lupin DVDs whenever they come out. But then lo and behold, like Discotek releases the whole series in like a $100 box set, and I'm like, I guess I now can. Because keep in mind, when we were starting this, like anime was like, it was $30 for 4 episodes on DVD. $20 for 2 episodes on VHS.
Yeah. And also like fan subs on YouTube and everything like that before they had all their bylaws and everything like that and legalities and
bro, we're gonna talk about some shows that like I watched on YouTube back in the old days where it was split into 3 videos, 10 minutes each, with the third one being like 4 minutes, in beautiful like 240p quality.
Well, it's funny because I just got into Magic the Gathering. Like over here is all my Magic stuff on the shelf, right?
Yes.
And you know, you go up against people who play against you, and they've got all these like years and decades of expensive cards and things that just crush you because they've been good for ages and they're broken, but they're not banned and whatever. That's my anime collection. Like I brought in my anime collection to work one time, and I was just like, "Oh yeah, you want to borrow this?" And my buddy's like, "I don't feel comfortable borrowing this. This thing's worth so much money." And I was like, "Oh, I didn't even realize that. I didn't know."
Yeah, well, that's when you invite people over and start watching anime with your friends in person, just like the good old days. You have that anime night with your buddies, your pals, your Saturday nights.
Yep.
But yeah, let's get our show started right now. Like I said, episode 57, New Era, Old Men. There I am with the old men of Cowboy Bebop, which is almost 30 years old. Man. Yeah.
Yeah, one more next year will be 30 years old.
2 years. It's not 2027. No, 1998.
No, it came out in 1997.
No, 98. April 1998. It aired, only 12 episodes of it aired because it was too violent to show on TV. So they only aired 12 episodes. And then in order to watch the whole series, you had to buy the DVDs.
Huh.
Trust me. But first, we got a couple shout-outs to give to our show, to our friends, to some people that we know. First and foremost, why, it's our good buddy, the Curling Bear, Brian Petard of the Flame On Podcast Show. Look at him eating this delicious cake. So, he visited Japan just recently, and we hung out, actually, the night of the first AnimeJapan Day. We hung out at the Lost Bar, which is the bar that's owned by Chris Broad of Abroad in Japan. No. And then after we went there, I took him to Kona, that pizza place I was telling you about, and he agrees. It's damn good pizza for a very affordable price.
Cool.
Yes. Very good guy. And I have a very big story to tell you, another very big shout out. So, the other day, I got to be on Japanese radio.
That sounds like a perfect dream.
It is a perfect dream.
You got to be on Japanese radio.
That's correct. So, 86.1 Marine FM, or as they pronounce it, Marine FM. So, the show I was on is called Yokohama Voice Street. And I was on the show with a guy who's become a very good friend, Ravitz Matsuo, who also has a band called Ravitz Matsuo and His Hair, which is a funk band. Great funk band. He may not look it, but this guy dances like nobody's business.
Nice.
So I'm on the show, and I am talking about basically my love for Japanese music and where I originated from, my origins of college radio, playing Japanese music on the show. And we took reader questions, and there was a theme to the show, a theme of the day, where people had to write in or tweet their answers about what their go-to cure for a hangover is.
Okay.
So it was a lot of fun. His show was for 2 hours. I was on for the last hour show. And what was cool is he allowed me to play a couple of songs on the show. So,
sick.
Yeah, so the thing is, he focuses on Western music. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to play in 3 Western artists that probably he's never heard of, which he didn't, and who aren't very popular in Japan. So naturally, I played first. He played Nico Case, Bad Luck. Nico Case, an amazing singer, songwriter, love her work. I played Frank Turner, If I Ever Stray, and I told him how he finally came to Japan back in 2024 for his solo show. And then last and certainly not least, you guys can probably guess which band I played for him.
I'm shocked.
No.
No. Well, no. He said it was an American band.
No. Western bands. Western bands.
Western. Yeah. So.
Okay.
So I mean, my guess would be Tom Waits.
Nope.
Or
you didn't play Tom Waits.
Or
Red Hot
Sabaton.
Chili Peppers.
No. But we talked about this band in relation to Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Oh, so then it has to be.
Yeah,
No.
TSM.
It is. Oh, I thought it was Faith No More.
No.
Mungle.
No, I played TSM. The Thunderbirds are coming out.
That's
John,
awesome.
John,
Yeah.
could you turn up your gain a little bit? You're a little quiet.
Okay, let me. No, I don't know.
Let me see if I can do that on my. I can do it on my end here.
My microphone is coming in kind of quiet, maybe, but
Well, no, you're actually in the red here on my end.
interesting.
Yeah.
He's just a little quiet on my end.
Okay.
But Tism, yeah, that makes sense.
Yes. And then after the show, he showed me around Yokohama. We went to a couple of his favorite spots. One of which is a what do you call them? Vinyl record bars. So you just sit around, drink, and listen to vinyl records. A place called The Green Room, which was a lot of fun. Very good vibes. The guy there had this huge record collection of Western artists and Japanese artists. He actually had on vinyl. So there's this popular series called The First Take. I don't know if you've ever heard of it. And The First Take is when you come into the studio, you record the song, and you do it all in one take. Okay. It's a popular series in Japan. And he had Ano's First Take on vinyl, which was really cool.
Yeah.
And then after we went there, we walked around the Chinatown area of Yokohama, and he introduced me to this guitarist. His name is Lee. He's half Chinese, half Japanese, 83 years old, but still, every night for at least 2 hours, he plugs in his Flying V at this bakery cafe and just wails on his guitar for 2 hours in the night. And yeah. And let me tell you about this guy, Lee. Back in the 1960s, this guy once flew all the way to San Francisco just to see Jimi Hendrix perform.
Man.
Yeah, think about that.
I can think about that. That's daunting. What a daunting task.
What a daunting... Even back then, I don't think planes were that fast. So, what... Because I know from LA to Japan, it's 8 hours, but maybe in the 1960s, that had to have been it had to have been at least 16 hours.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, we went to this great restaurant called Moody's. So it was it's American themed bar with some amazing French fries, some great pizza. Oh, and their mac and cheese. Oh, they did mac and cheese good at this place.
Nice.
So we had fun. We're going to hang out again sometime next week, do some karaoke. Matsuo, hontou ni arigatou gozaimasu. And maybe, just maybe, he might be able to help me out with something in the near future.
So, I mean, like, think about what just happened here. I mean, you literally just put your auditory resume out to the world, like in a presentation, like in a Japanese, show.
Yes.
That's so cool. And you're not a stranger to radio, but not even from your college days, but just like in general, you've never, ever been afraid to get onto a radio program and talk to people about what you're passionate about.
Yeah.
I distinctly remember, like, even when it was just small things, like when you got onto that early morning radio show because those radio guys were making fun of Anime Boston.
Yeah. And I got on for about 5 minutes. I have that recording. I still have that recording.
Forgot about that.
That was great. It was like I got to stand up for anime fans, and it was so cool. We even talked about the difference between radio in Japan and the difference between radio in America, because I was telling him, like, radio is alive and kicking here in Japan, whereas in America, at least in the Boston area, where like one company practically owns every freaking radio station in Boston. Was it like iHeartRadio, formerly Clear Channel? And like it's just the same 12 and 13 songs over and over and over again.
Depending on the genre. But man, so like I used to work in a warehouse and they had the country music station on in that warehouse. And by the end of the first day, I had some of the songs memorized. They were on so dang much. I will promise you, I will never, ever, ever be able to forget the song "I'm Getting Drunk on a Plane."
Cold beer, cold beer, cold beer, cold beer.
You are forgetting some very major things. We're talking about boots, trucks, jeans, and then cold beer. Yeah. But,
and having sex with horses. Having sex. I'm not going to repeat that.
I mean, we gotta. You gotta remember that this is the kind of country that they don't actually sing about the country, nor have any of them ever lived in the country. It's just an aesthetic, like a pop country aesthetic.
Yes.
And because country is actually really good when you let it be country.
Right. It's why we like. It's why we like Johnny Cash. And Orville Peck.
Yeah, it's such a sad part of the genre because there's so much good country out there, but the pop country isn't real country music.
Yes, I just want to fish and drink beer, and that's all it is.
All you need is the twang. You need the acoustic guitar and some twang, and you wear a Hollywood cowboy hat, and there you go. You're a country pop star.
Yeah. Yeah, it's why I steer clear from that kind of country. I stick with the Orville Pecks, the Johnny Cash's, the Sturgill Simpsons. I think the only like pop country I would listen to is probably Shania Twain. Maybe. Have you ever heard of the band 16 Horsepower? No, I haven't.
I highly recommend 16 Horsepower. They are also very good.
All right, I'll have to check them out. But it was a blast talking with Matsuo, being on his show at Hammerhead Studio. It's inside of a shopping center. So, like, what was cool is, like, when you're while you are live on the air, people are walking by and they're waving at you and you wave back. It was cool. It's neat.
Gaijin in a fish tank.
Gaijin in a fish tank. Complete polar opposite to when I was in college radio, where, like, we were in the basement.
Yeah.
Furthest door all the way down in the corner. That's where WMWM Salem is. And the thing is, that wasn't where WMWM Salem was going to be. Originally, it was going to be on the ground floor of the building, Ellison Campus Center, in this glass area so people can look and see the radio show going live. But then they're like, we want to put an art gallery someplace. And we're like, okay, we'll put the art gallery here, and we'll shove the college radio place all the way in the basement in a place where nobody will be able to find it.
That's fine. They can't turn off your sound then.
Good. That's true. That is true. Although there have been quite a few people that have been fined because they played music that they weren't supposed to play. But yeah, it was a blast. It was cool. I hope I get the opportunity again to be on Japanese radio. It was a lot of fun. And there seemed to be a lot of positive vibes from the listeners too. So thank you. Thank you for this opportunity.
Sick.
Yeah. All right. We got to, unfortunately, turn things down to some sad news. And I'm actually glad that the first thing that we're going to talk about, I didn't see before we recorded the previous episode, because one of you sent this, and man, it broke my heart, because one of my comic book heroes, san-kyuu, passed away at the age of, 62, 63?
It was pretty young. Yeah.
Pretty young age. And it was a form of dementia, from what I understand. It was one of the, san-kyuu, taught me the concept of adult comic books, mature comic book storytelling. The Max was my first taste in what you could actually tell in a story in comic book form. Before I knew who Alan Moore was, even before I knew who Todd McFarlane was, san-kyuu was my gateway to mature storytelling. Maybe at an age where I probably should not have been reading the Max or watching the Max, but I'm grateful that I did, because it opened my world to this new kind of comic book.
Well, and Sam-Keith could actually draw too.
Yeah.
That's
my
a big
goodness.
part.
My
But not
goodness.
only could he actually draw, he could draw weird and different. It was the thing that makes the Max so cool is, look at that art.
Yes.
It's just straight up not superhero. You mentioned Todd McFarlane. Spawn looks like an average superhero, whatever.
Well,
Yeah.
as much as I hate Todd McFarlane, and how much his art actually sucks, Spawn's cape is really cool.
Yes.
That's the one thing that Todd McFarlane does right, is wow, he drew Spawn's cape really cool, but he sucks.
Right.
But
Well,
it's one of those things that it made people realize that comic books could be more than I know that we had underground comics, but I really don't like the aesthetic of underground comics that much either.
yeah.
But
Yeah,
but
they're kinda
this
weird.
one was mainstream comic books with such a unique cartoony style to it that it's oh man, comic books can be so much more than just your bland average cookie cutter superheroes.
Right.
And the Max was really funny. It was very funny with its storytelling and its humor and just in general.
Yeah.
But I love Sam-Keith because he drew women really well.
Oh my god, Julie Winters was legit my first hot comic book waifu. Julie Winters.
That was one of his big things, is he could draw women really well.
Yeah, and he did so good. And even before he did the Max, he was drawing for Marvel Comics, and those Wolverine comics that he made were just so different from anything else that anyone else from Marvel was making. And I was reading this post from Jim Lee, the guy who created Savage Dragon, and he was talking about how when Image Comics was just starting up, it was him, Todd McFarlane, and they were looking for another guy. It was we got to bring Sam into this. And it was because, and he legit says it was because of Sam that Image Comics thrived in the way that it did.
Yeah.
And Rob Liefeld.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, Rob Liefeld. Yeah. Well, because Rob Liefeld was arguably probably the most passionate out of all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And one of the things that's really cool is one of my animation teachers was one of the animators on the Max. So he got to meet Sam-Keith, and by proxy, I got to know one of the Max animators, and
Yeah.
so I have this light connection to the weird. I have this weird 10 degrees of thing to relationship with the Max. Minus that, I probably have the comic book somewhere on this shelf over here.
Yeah,
I have my volumes of the Max.
I have the single volumes back in America in my parents' attic. I think I have like almost 90% of the entire Max collection in the original first print.
I love the Max. Love the Max.
Yeah. I gotta tell you, like, when I was younger and like I was getting into the Max, I first saw the cartoon in MTV, which to this date, still one of the greatest animated series ever. It was like, talk about a show that perfectly encapsulated the visual style of Sam Keith to a T. So I remember watching the Max, and then one night I'm watching TV and a commercial for the Spawn toys comes on, and I see that they come out with the Max action figure, and I'm like, I need to get that. So like naturally I'm like, okay, I'm gonna check the Toys R Us, and Toys R Us doesn't have it, and then I'm gonna check the KB Toy Works. KB Toy Works doesn't have it. I'm spending 3 to 4 months like looking for this one action figure, and like nobody has it. Finally, after months of looking, I go to the Square One Mall in Saugus. I go to the KB Toys, and I'm just browsing through the action figures, and there it was, the Max action figure. And like, I never bought anything so fast in my life.
Got to get the Turbo Man doll.
Gotta get the Turbo Man doll. And yeah, like, how is it that like, what would have been arguably the most popular character in that series of action figures was the hardest to find? Like, what I mean is, how is it that they didn't like just make that in bulk? Because I've looked online, and apparently it's like one of the most rarest figures that they made in that collection, and it goes for like thousands of dollars now.
Really?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah. But of course, mine's all beat up. Like, I don't think I even have like the hair piece that he wears when he's in Pangea. Half of the is, like, one of the is that I have is missing one of his arms, and I actually had to tape the Max together because I accidentally turned it and snapped it in half.
Jeez.
But I loved it. I loved that figure so much. Like, that shows how much I loved it because I played with it so much.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I had that. I had the Max on VHS, and then when they came out with DVDs for it, of course I bought those, alongside the other show that was part of MTV's Oddities, The Head.
I don't remember that one.
Oh, you don't?
No.
The guy with a giant head, the alien that lived inside of it?
Sounds familiar.
Yeah. His name was Jim, the alien was Roy, and then there were like all these other like kind of circus freak people that they were friends with. The guy who had like the lawnmower blade stuck in his head, the girl with the rat nose, the guy with the fishbowl stuck in his mouth, like all these different characters. It was like the Head was great, but the Max was so different. Like, this guy, I think the last thing he actually made before he passed away, because that's like after he made it, that's when he started getting sick, was the Batman The Max crossover, Arkham Dreams, I think it was called. And like that comic was just so gorgeous. It felt like I was back being a kid reading The Max again, reading Arkham Dreams. It's like, if you have not read that, I highly recommend it.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
I have not. I like that, man.
But yeah, I'm glad that one of the things I'm glad about, and very similar to the other person we're going to talk about, how many people had come out and talked about Sam Keith. How many comic book artists, how many people in the industry, how many big names in the industry paid tribute to him. Because like he was influential to so many folks, whether they were newcomers or even legends. Like Sam Keith like lit a fire under some of these legends and be like, man, I need to up my game because like this artwork that he makes is so gorgeous. The stories he makes are so unique. I need to be more like this guy. So, yeah. Rest in power, rest in peace, Sam Keith. And now, that goes to another person who unfortunately passed away. Shinichiro Sato, the drummer for The Pillows, passed away at the age of 61. I mean, talk about another huge influence. Like, I've said this constantly. Without The Pillows, I wouldn't be here in Japan right now. And very similar to Sam Keith, my whole Twitter feed was just people paying tribute to Shinichiro Sato, saying, like, this is the guy who gave me my first big break. This is the guy who gave me the best advice possible. This was the nicest guy I have ever met. He wasn't just a mentor to a lot of musicians. He was their buddy.
Yeah. And it makes you wonder, too. I know we had talked about this online, but I really wanted to just kind of air it out, like, from it for the podcast as well, is that when Sawa had departed from the band, and, like, he had said, like, I've had enough of this. I don't really want to do it anymore. I mean, that wasn't really all that long ago, you know?
Yeah, that was last year.
Right. And so Sato is now, like he passed away. So he must have been, like, towards the end of his life when Sawa decided to depart from The Pillows. And it makes me wonder, was he doing that specifically for, like, his own mental health, or was he also thinking of Sato in the way where he's like, I don't know if we should be doing this anymore, just so that Sato can, like, you know, finally come home, relax, you know, and stop. Yeah. Or if it was really for his own mental gain, like, whatever it might be, I don't know.
Well, it made me think back to, like, the letter that Sawa had wrote about, like, oh, like, I'm having trouble, like remember, like, playing the notes and everything like that. And there's a part of me that thinks that he may, even though he's talking in first person, or, like, maybe, or the way it was translated, he could have been talking about Sato. Like, maybe Sato was starting to have trouble playing the drums, and because he was starting to get sick, and, like, maybe, like, that's why they called it quits, is because you know, they wanted Shin to relax. Maybe they knew that this cancer was terminal. It was like, we want you to just sit back, relax, enjoy the rest of your life in the way that you want to enjoy it.
Yeah. I don't know. And things like that, too, if he was like, no, I'm going to keep doing this until I die. And, like, that could also cause the kind of stress that Sawa was talking about as well, you know, because he was talking about, like, some pretty serious stuff with his mental anguish during The Pillows. So, like, it's quite possible that, like, that was causing it, you know, that he was trapped in this place until he was just like, no, we're quitting, I'm done, you know, like, you being sick is hurting me, having to do this and watching you deteriorate while we're on the road together, whatever it might be. I don't know. But it just seems like this happening is so dang close to when the actual breakup happened.
Right. And a lot of people have spoken online and about, like, the relationship between the band members of The Pillows. Apparently Shin was always the voice of reason. He was always the one who would calm down Sawa and Yoshiaki, because apparently, like the two of them were, like, at each other's throats, very much arguing. Arguing, very much like the Gallagher brothers in Oasis. But it was Shin that was like, guys, let's not fight. Let's focus on, like, making the music good. Let's focus on being a team. We are a team. We're not just a band. We are a team. So, like, I wonder if, like, with Shin, like being sick, like, even Sawa was worried, like, if he's not there, I know for a fact that The Pillows will, like, blow up on stage one day, and The Pillows will end on a horrible note.
Yeah, no, for sure. That is a pretty dang good perspective on it.
Yeah. So probably that's why they ended the band. But, like, I've had the pleasure of seeing Shinichiro perform live 3 times with the Pillows. First time Knitting Factory 2005, and then Anime Boston 2008, and then all of us together for
Andrew
the Royale. Yes.
Andrew was not there for the Royale concert, but that was actually Andrew saw them at Anime Boston.
Yes.
I did not, and so this was my first time seeing them at the Royale.
Yeah.
And so I'm very happy that I did, because I feel like I would have been a little empty.
Yeah, you got to see one of the greats, arguably one of the best drummers of all of Japan. You know, what I liked about his style is he had that classic rock and roll vibe to it. It wasn't super fancy, but like it was like traditional rock and roll drumming that he was really good at.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, man, it's sad to know that he has passed away, but I'm happy to see so much love being showered to him. All the thank yous from all the bands that he helped along the way, helped to give him the big break, and helped them to become the bands that they are today. So, you know, and even on like Instagram, I'm seeing all these artists and musicians from America and England even paying tribute to him too. So it's like that his music, the Pillows' music, has spread throughout the world and has influenced artists in great ways.
Nice.
So, yeah, it's very sad. So, why don't let's cheer up. Let's talk about something fun. There are a couple new movies, somewhat newish movies that have come out. And I gotta say, the first one we're gonna talk about, I believe the era of parody movies is back. Like, good parody movies is back. Because Fackham Hall. I can't remember the last time I laughed so hard at a parody movie like this.
This one felt right.
Yeah.
It hit so many good notes along the way that was just really funny, really entertaining, and also like the wackiness of it felt very 90s. It was classic. Monty Python-esque in a sort of way, but it obviously not like perfect to Monty Python style. You really can't get it exact, but man, it was really good.
I have not watched it yet, so I don't even know what it's about.
Well, it's basically a Downton Abbey, but funny.
Yeah, Downton Abbey, but if like Monty Python made it, essentially.
Yeah. The jokes every 10 seconds, and if like one joke fails, there's another one that's right after that that will make you laugh. I love how they've been able to play it perfectly straight from start to finish. There's no winks at the camera. There's no mugging. Like they played this as straight as possible with this film, and that just made it just all the more funnier.
Yeah. And the trailer too doesn't really give all that much away to the story. There's kind of a red herring in the trailer where like it makes you think that it's going to be about one thing, and then like that thing doesn't really happen all that much in the movie. And like there's characters that you're like, oh, they're like a really big part of this, and like it doesn't allude to that. Like who was the guy who played Draco Malfoy?
Yeah, Tom Felton.
Tom Felton. Yeah, okay. Tom Felton, is like a really major part in it. And he does,
and he's so funny in this film.
Yeah, he does really good. And then like some of the very tongue-in-cheek humor of like the old ways that the UK used to do things.
Yes, finally met the right cousin.
You're right. Like, yeah.
Talk about a movie that like not to spoil the that's the thing is like this is a movie that it's not only funny, but it really takes the piss out of the audience because of like what happens towards the end. And it's like you think it's like, oh, they could be together, but then it's like,
yeah. It's so good. And like there were some jokes in it that were just like really corny and cheesy. Not everyone was a winner. But there were always jokes that made up for it really shortly after.
Can I tell you, like, there's so much background humor, like, with that made me laugh so hard at this film. Yeah. The set designs particular, like, one of my favorites was like, so at the church, the wedding scene, you see the priest played by Jimmy Carr, who co-wrote the film, and you see that the chapel is dedicated in memory to, what was it, Dick Stroker and his wife. What was it? It was some other. It was another word for vagina, but like, I thought that was funny. But the one thing that I noticed in this movie that really made me laugh, and I don't know if you noticed this, John, was the art hanging up in the mansion in Fackham Hall. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Well, maybe. I don't know. I was just wondering if you meant like in general, all of the art pieces are ridiculous.
It wasn't. They're all horse pictures.
Okay.
Every picture hanging up is a horse picture.
Huh. No, I didn't notice that. Okay.
Yeah, it's a great background joke. It's like there's no pictures of the family. There's no pictures of
just horses.
It's just horses. It's just pictures of horses.
Wild. That is so wild. No, I did not notice that, and that is really funny.
Yeah, but yeah, I love this movie. I had such a great time watching it, and when you find out who the narrator of this movie is, not the character, but the actress. I don't know if you noticed this too, John. I didn't want to spoil it for Andrew.
Well, so yeah, you said this. You're like, I couldn't believe who it was, and then I looked it up, and I was like, I have no idea who that is.
Really?
Yeah, I have no idea.
Okay, all right. Maybe then Andrew won't know who it is. So it's Haley Mills, one of the original Disney girls, The Parent Trap, Pollyanna, like back in the 60s, like she was the go-to like child female actor for like Walt Disney.
Okay, gotcha.
So
Christine would find that amazing. And
yeah,
not me.
You didn't watch that? You didn't watch this with Christine?
No.
You got to show it to Christine. She would love it.
Oh no, we did watch this movie together. Yes, no, we watched this together. She did not know the narrator or like notice who the narrator was or anything.
Man. Okay. But yeah, it's I feel like we are entering a very safe era of parody movies actually being funny. I know you and I, we disagreed on The Naked Gun. Mm-hmm. Like, you guys loved it. I thought it was just okay. But like Fackham Hall was like, this feels like a Abrams Zucker movie.
I agree. So. I think that this one is pretty dang close.
Yeah.
To what it was.
Yeah. Such a fun film. Laughs nonstop. Great jokes. Great and like not even like callbacks, but like if you know like the era that they live in and you can see why like what they're saying is really funny. It's just good, damn good comedy. Damn good comedy. Yeah. Speaking of parody movies, did either of you see the trailer for this new parody disaster film coming out called Stop That Train?
Yes. I haven't seen the trailer for it, but I know what it is.
Yes, I did watch it.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know your thoughts on it, but like that actually does look funny. Like that.
It looks like it has one joke.
Okay. Maybe. It's airplane on a train.
Yeah, but the whole movie is like, we're drag queens. It's like, yeah, okay, like I get it. That's the joke of the movie, basically.
Maybe one of the 5 jokes of the movie. But it made me laugh. It made me laugh. It was like, okay, I may want to check this out. And just RuPaul is the president. Sometimes it takes a real man to be the first female president.
That was very funny. I did chuckle at a couple of them. I thought that was a very good line.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So maybe and then there's a new scary movie coming out. I'm hoping that will be funny. I'm hoping that with the Wayans brothers back in the fold, they'll go back to that.
That one is going to be dodgy.
Yeah.
I don't think they are going to take the disaster movie route or all of those quick cash grabs where they just watch the trailers of a bunch of things and then throw it in there. I don't think that's the Wayans brothers style of doing things. But it's scary, no pun intended, to go into a new scary movie when that legacy has essentially been absolutely destroyed. So.
Yeah. Absolutely, yeah. Well, we'll see. We'll see. Maybe they will save it. Mm-hmm. All right. And the other movie I want to talk about, Project Hail Mary. Mm-hmm. Let me tell you something about this film. I can't remember the last time a sci-fi movie like this left me feeling in awe of what I've watched. Mm-hmm. So I'm just gonna say it up front. This may be the best sci-fi film I've ever watched.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, this may be the best. And I've talked to other friends too who saw it, and they agree. These are people that who have seen all the Star Wars and 2001: A Space Odyssey, the Star Treks. There's just something about Project Hail Mary where I feel yeah, maybe it does borrow some things here and there from other films, but every aspect of this film just got it right. It didn't. I felt I didn't leave the film feeling well, they could have done this part better, but it was so. Even the Japanese audience that I was watching this movie with, they were actually laughing out loud at some of the parts. Especially when it came to Ryan Gosling communicating with the alien Rocky. It was Rocky. Oh.
So, can I say something? So I haven't seen the movie, but I listened to the audiobook. Christine and I had a road trip to Chicago one summer, and for school, Project Hail Mary is one of the books that we had to read, and it was 15 hours long, and we marathoned through the whole thing. On our road trip, and the book is really, really, really good. But there's a point where it gets insufferable, and the reason why is because Andy Weir has the kind of autism where he has to say every little bit of science that goes into every single aspect of what the main character is doing. The book legitimately could have been 10 hours long if he cut out all of the science stuff, or at least dumbed it down.
I will say that it did not feel like that with Project Hail Mary. I think they abridged the science. They abridged the science of it.
Which they also did for The Martian. Which they also did for The Martian when they made that movie too, and I like The Martian.
Yeah.
But the one thing that I could not stand about them marketing this movie. So when we were listening to the book, Rocky shows up at the 10-hour mark in the book.
Really?
And yes. And when Rocky shows up, it shows it in the trailer, so I'm not spoiling anything. There's a stone pillar that attaches to the ship. and that's like where you're there. And one of the chapters ends with that, and we and Chris, we're just like, there's aliens in this book now. Like there's like, it was the biggest freaking twist that they could have made to the entire book, and that's all they marketed for this movie.
Rocky appears like 40 minutes into the film.
Yeah, no, Rocky is like the biggest surprise in the book.
Yeah, he's the linchpin of the book.
Yeah. So they cut out, like, I guess all the science mumbo jumbo and like focus more on the relationship between Ryan Gosling's character and Rocky. Because that's legit. Like, I feel like that's the strongest part of the story. You got these two different living entities working together to save each other's species.
Yeah.
And it's just, my gosh, it's just so beautiful.
How long is the audiobook for
The audiobook is like 15 hours long.
And the movie is 2.5 hours long.
Yeah. Yeah, and so, like, I remember, I think we were driving back from Chicago when Rocky showed up. So, like, we had driven all the way out. We actually stopped at Niagara Falls. So we went all the way up to Niagara Falls, and then we left Niagara Falls, and we went down to Chicago. And then we left Chicago, and after leaving Chicago, that is when Rocky showed up. So we had, like, 3/4 of our journey already done before it shows up, and that part of the movie is, like, it's all that it has. So...
Okay. That's interesting, because like I said, he shows up 40 minutes into the film, and you already kind of know that the ship is attached to something maybe 20 minutes into the film.
Wild.
So I'm gonna guess that the movie moves things around time, because there's a lot of flashbacks, and
there's a lot of flashbacks.
There's a lot of flashbacks, and most of it is focused just on him being in space and trying to figure out what it is that's causing these things to eat the sun, and what they could do to kill them. Because if the sun gets eaten, there goes life on Earth, and there goes life on Rocky's planet.
It's a really stressful story, but in the best way possible.
Yeah.
And I have to say that, like, when I found out that this movie was coming out, I was actually legitimately really looking forward to this movie, because I knew that it was going to dumb down all the stuff that was in the book. So I'm actually legitimately excited and looking forward to watching Project Hail Mary.
I recommend. And this is Phil Lord and Christopher Miller. This is actually the first film that they have actually directed, technically, since 22 Jump Street. Because remember, that they got credit for. Remember, they were supposed to do the Han Solo movie, and they were hired to do a Phil Lord and Chris Miller Star Wars movie, and then the Star Wars people was like, this is too Phil Lord and Chris Miller, you're fired, let's bring in Ron Howard, and like, the movie wound up sucking because of that.
Yeah, I don't know if that movie could have been saved one way or the other. But the other thing too, but didn't Lord Miller also do the second Spider-Verse movie?
I know one of them. I think Phil Lord was one of the 3 directors, but Christopher Miller was like an executive producer.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, this is the first time that they are doing a live action film since 22 Jump Street. Okay. And man, great movie. Like, I had this attitude of I don't think any other movie should come out, because I don't think anything else is gonna beat what I just watched at the movie theater with this.
It's a long time until the next Oscars, so it's gonna happen. And sci-fi has never won for Oscars too, by the way. So it's just a long shot. But
I'm trying to think. No, you're right. Because I'm thinking that Gravity, that didn't win. The Martian didn't win.
Gravity won sound design.
Yeah, well,
Gravity got special effects stuff, but man, that movie was bad.
No,
I liked it. It
was so...
That movie it was the worst way to tell a story, because it had zero chill. If you're telling a story like Gravity, you have to have a calm down moment, and it had no calm down moments. It was just like bad thing happens, bad thing happens, bad thing happens, bad thing happens.
To be fair,
bad thing happens.
Well, yeah. Well, to be fair, George Clooney realistically would be like, I'd rather go out and die in space than be stuck with someone my same age.
Yeah, it was just a bad film. Like it was exhausting. Is what it was.
Yeah.
Okay. I still liked it. I liked The Martian, but I like I said, I think Project Hail Mary is like, when it comes to sci-fi films, top of the pedestal for me. Top of the pedestal. This is the best sci-fi film I've watched. I actually called my parents after I watched it. He said, "You got to go and see it." And they did. And they're like, "You're right. This is the best sci-fi film I've ever seen."
Yeah. Our grandparents really liked it too. So,
yes. Grandson, you should go and see the Project Hail Mary, the Rocky. He was so cute and adorable. They actually made a Rocky plushie, and I'm like, I want that. It's just a rock formation. I want him. He's so cute. So yeah, those are the movies that we have seen. As you all know too, I was at AnimeJapan this past weekend. What a blast. What a good time at this expo. Because that's what it is. It's not like it's not like your traditional anime convention, like Anime Boston or Anime NYC or even Anime Expo Los Angeles. This is more of like a trade show, because this is where like all of the anime companies and the studios all come together and basically show off what they're working on now, and even maybe showing off things that they have done in the past. So it was at Tokyo Big Sight, and it was there for 2 days. A lot of fun. I've got some things I gotta show you guys, and I know there's a couple things here that I show them in private, but I have little takopi here, and it's actually a change purse. It's like you can just put your little coins in here.
Oh, the Japanese and their coin purses, man.
Japanese love their change purses.
But I love it. It was like, there were 3 different designs, and this is the one that they grabbed for me, and I'm like, it's perfect. Just look at him. Shizuka, I will make you smile. I will make you happy. I've been trying to find those plushies of Takopi, and every time I find one, it's this size plushie, and it's 6,000 yen.
Wow.
I'm like, I can't spend that money.
Jeez.
And then one of the other cool things, so one of the animes that are coming out this summer is called Smoking Behind the Supermarket with You. And they were giving away candy cigarettes.
That's funny.
For the show. They're like chocolate. I was a little disappointed because I thought that they were going to be like the chocolate bar wrapped in the candy, but it's like the chocolatey chalk, which it's fine, but like it's not as chocolatey as you would think it would be. It's funny that there are 2 shows coming out this summer that revolve around smoking, because you've got this one, and then you've got the chain smoking cat one.
Yeah, chain smoking cat girl.
Yeah, 2 things that Andrew loves most: girls who smoke and cat girls.
Yeah. It was so funny because like we were talking about this in our private chat, and I was just like complaining about how disgusting of a habit smoking is.
Yeah.
And like it was just like, I'm so turned off by it. And I was like, no, don't get me wrong, I'm not hating, because I'm guilty of the same sin of putting smoking girls in my books as well. Like Solarian Sun has smoking girls in it.
Yeah.
You can read my book and find out. And but man, is it like the biggest turnoff ever? It's like because like you don't have like wrinkly girls that smoke like in anime. They're all like perfect and cute still.
Yes.
And so it's like they have all like these cute anime girls smoking, and it's like that's not what it looks like. But then and yet you have chain smoking cat girl, and she looks miserable,
which is great. Which is like finally some realism.
Yeah, I mean, she lives like a slob. She has the dark rings under her eyes. She doesn't look like she goes out anywhere. and then
Sounds like a real fun show.
Yeah, I don't even know what to expect for the freaking
I don't
show.
know either, but I'm still gonna watch. Watch it be the sleeper hit.
You gotta watch.
Yeah, you gotta watch. It's Chain Smoking Cat Girl.
Yeah.
But it was a lot of fun. One of the other things, I wouldn't call it the Holy Grail. I think Taco P is my Holy Grail. But I got a Sergeant Frog tote bag. And to promote the movie that's coming out in June.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently this film is going to be the last film with the original voice cast. Because in the fall, there's going to be a brand new Sergeant Frog series. And it's going to be all new voice cast.
Oh.
Are they finishing Sergeant Frog? Is that what they're trying to do with the movie?
I think they're trying to give closure not to the source material, because apparently the source material of Sergeant Frog is totally different from the anime. Very different, and like intentionally they told them to do it that way. And who knows? Maybe the fall anime that's coming out is going to be more truer to the source material.
Yeah, like a Brotherhood or an Ultimate.
Yeah, pretty much. What was cool too is, so at the panel, so you had the voice actors for Kiroro and Tamama being my favorite character. They had the writer of the film that's coming out, who's worked on Sergeant Frog for almost 2 decades, and he's worked on other comedies like Gintama and a couple others I can't remember. And then Ano was there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so because she's performing the theme song, she's doing the original theme song. She's singing it for the movie, and like she was just, so like you could tell like she was just so happy sitting next to the voice actors for Tamama and Sergeant Frog, because like that's her favorite show, that's her favorite series. And,
Awesome.
yeah, and just like me, Tamama's her favorite. So the last panel I went to was for what's probably going to be the biggest show, which is Akane Banashi, and that's the Rakugo storytelling manga that is like, it's focusing on this girl who grows up to be a Rakugo performer because her father was one, and her father was kicked out of the Rakugo school, and she wants to find out why that happened, and she's trying to get close to the guy that kicked him out all those years ago. It's an amazing manga. I'm really looking forward to the anime. And I went to the panel. I sat in the press area. I'm sitting there front and center. To the left of me, there's Jun Fukuyama, who voiced Lawrence Kraft in Spice and Wolf, Koro Sensei in Assassination Classroom, Dralik from The Vampire Dies in No Time, Lelouch from Code Geass. Is like, I'm looking at a legend to my left, and right in the center, there's Rie Takahashi. The voice, Megaman, Takagi-san, like, my favorite voice actress. And it's like, I'm trying not to stare too much because I'm just in awe. Like she's here. I'm this close to her. I'm a professional. And like, I stayed professional, of course. And it was just so surreal just to see 2 of my absolute favorite voice actors in person up close that way. It was sort of surreal. But outside of that, AnimeJapan, so much fun. The next 2 years, they're actually moving to Osaka. So they're going to be moving it they're moving out of Tokyo, they're moving it to Osaka. They are going to be taking up the area where the Osaka Expo was last year.
Osaka Expo.
Yeah.
Huh.
Is
so that like a cultural expo?
It was like a World's Fair event, dude. It was like a World's Fair event.
Neat.
Yeah.
Okay.
So hopefully I'll be able to go and check that out in Osaka. I'm curious because, being in Tokyo, which is the biggest city, will they get the same amount of people going to Anime Japan in Osaka like they have in Japan, like they have in Tokyo?
Mm-hmm.
But we'll see. It was a good time. Lots of people. I think there were about 130,000 people at Anime Japan those 2 days.
Jeez.
So, and I think 30 countries represented in those 130,000.
Wow.
So,
nice.
So it's not just people from Japan. There are people from America, Canada, France, Saudi Arabia. There are people from all parts of the world coming to Japan, to Anime Japan, to not just experience it, but even show them what they got.
Yeah.
So, good times. It was a lot of fun. All right. And now, folks, it's time for our favorite segment. Will we talk about horse girls today?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey,
yes.
We said the title, so the answer is yes.
Yes. And guys, who would have thought 10 years ago this played for the very first time for everyone? This was 10 years ago, the reveal of Uma Musume Pretty Derby. And look, and you played this at your panel, if I'm not mistaken.
At the White
Yeah, this
panel.
is what we showed to the panel, we were the ones who introduced a lot of people to this world.
Yes. That's why you're the OG trainer, son, JonStar.
Yeah, El Corno.
I mean, look at some of the character designs. Like, some of them are kind of the same, but you can kind of tell, like, they made some different changes here and there.
Yeah.
And you mentioned there are some horse girls that are no longer even part of the Uma Musume world.
Yeah, like, because they either lost the licenses to them, or
this is an interesting mix of characters that they're picking.
Yes.
yeah,
And,
we're gonna
Yuri, the Yuri was more forward in this trailer than it is in.
because that almost got the license entirely destroyed and canceled.
Really?
Yes, because as soon as like the horse owners saw that, they were like, get rid of it. I don't want to see any of it. Like,
Boo.
they said this will never happen. No, I'm super happy about it. I hate Yuri. That girl right there, the one who lost her mask and she has the sharp teeth. She's a completely different character now. She's not even the same character.
Yeah.
But the which I'm thrilled about, because the number one people who are ruining Uma Musume are the Yuri fans. Like you see them Yuri shipping everything all over Twitter, and they are just killing the fandom. Because they just like want everybody to be gay. Nobody can be friends anymore. You have to be gay, and it's just it's the most annoying thing you've ever seen, as you might imagine.
Right.
As is typical with Yuri fans. But
I thought the Fujoshis were a lot worse. I thought Yuri fans were a lot more calmer. I thought Yuri fans were a lot more calmer. Because I'm a fan of Yuri, and I don't go super crazy when it comes to shipping everybody.
Yeah, nobody can be friends anymore. They have to be gay.
I mean, to be fair, they've been doing that forever, because, I mean, we've had Naruto fanfic ever since, its inception.
Oh, absolutely. So, fandoms ruin everything. I mean,
we've had this discussion so many times. Fandoms ruin everything.
Yeah, because they just don't get it. Like, they don't understand. They don't understand subtlety, and they don't understand impulse control, and they don't understand drip feed. Like, don't just consume everything and then consume next thing, and everything has to be my way right now. And
what I think is canon. If it's not canon, I'm gonna be mad.
It's my head canon.
I'm gonna write an angry letter to Cygames.
Which is why you see all the Japanese creators showing up on Twitter now saying, like, I hope my thing never gets to the United States, because they're all crazy over there. And they're absolutely correct. It's awesome. I love seeing the Japanese rebelling against Western fans, because, like, trust me, I hate them too. They literally ruin everything.
Yeah, they do. Like, I don't know if you've noticed, but like they've actually, there's been something going on X where like people from like the X sphere on the West are like meeting people on X from the Japan side for the first time. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if like they just combine the algorithms of like the Japan and the American algorithms, and like there's so many creators right now in Japan like looking at the American or the Western side and being like, these guys are crazy. Yeah, these guys are loony. But anyway, 10 years ago this trailer dropped, and who would have thought that this stupid show about horse girls would become the cultural phenomenon it is now.
Yeah. And wait, I'm sorry, I missed something. I was distracted. Were you talking about like the whole X-Japan merge?
Yes.
Yeah, because I've been getting all that stuff too, and they love us. They're just like it's literally going onto Twitter now is literally just the Japan man and Western man best friends forever now. Like it's so fun to watch the discussions and watching people like mixing our memes and stuff. It's actually been phenomenal. It's been the happiest.
All right, your feed must be different from mine because there's a lot of people that are like going,
yeah, I was just
these guys are wacko.
You were really distracted by something because Evan was saying the exact opposite thing of what you were just.
Yeah, I know. That's why I was like, wait a second, did he just say that? Because I'm not experiencing that at all. Like, oh no,
my Twitter feed is that. Your Twitter feed must be totally different.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
it's a lot of like American like samurais holding American flags and. Like Cowboy Man and Samurai Man, like with guns and stuff. We're having a great time.
Yeah, that's different. You know what's one that I saw, and I've never even heard of this phenomenon. People putting peanuts in Coca-Cola.
Okay.
Have you ever heard of this? Apparently,
No.
apparently this is a southern thing they do in America, and people are like, oh, you gotta drink Coke with peanuts inside of it, and I'm like, that sounds awful. And now the Japanese are like doing it, and they're like going, "Oh, this is interesting."
I've seen like pickles in Coca-Cola and weird trends and stuff.
That's weird. No, that's totally weird.
I can see it. Anyways, 10 years of Uma Musume.
Yes, 10 years of Uma Musume, and recently, the second most important anime awards. Because ours are the most important.
Yeah.
Anime trending. Uma Musume practically sweeping the competition, winning so many awards. Anime of the Year for Cinderella Grey. Movie of the Year for Beginning of a New Era. And then you've got like Girl of the Year, Oguri Cap. Boy of the Year, Kitahara. Support Girl, Benio Light. And then you got Best in Adapted Screenplay, Best in Animation, Best in Character Design. We've also got, let's see, going down. And Best Sports Anime of the Year. So they won, I think, 8 awards, including Anime of the Year from the Anime Trending.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's because they watched as many animes as Andrew did last year.
So, on that subject of awards, the Crunchyroll Anime Awards, the 10th annual Crunchyroll Anime Awards, they announced their nominations. And guess how many times Uma Musume Cinderella Grey was nominated?
Oof. Just as many. In every category.
0! They got snubbed. Look at Oguri Cap. Look how sad she is. She got snubbed.
Well, as we've known throughout all the years that we've been doing this, Crunchyroll sucks at doing their award show, so it's not surprising.
I will, yeah. I feel like
you should get Jeff Keighley on the phone.
It's like Jeff Keighley, we got an award show for you.
I would say he'd make it 1% better. Which doesn't say much, but like
just because Jeff Keighley is there, that's the whole reason.
Yes, Jeff Keighley. It's the Jeff Keighley show.
Joe.
I feel like when it comes to the Crunchyroll Anime Awards, like here's the thing: when it started out, it was just like this small thing. it was bad, but it was entertainingly bad. Now it's become like this spectacle that's like all shiny. Like they tried to make the awards feel like the Oscars without Conan O'Brien, and without Conan O'Brien, it's just not. It just feels like a pale. It's just not fun. It's just it feels like you take the fun out of anime by doing it that way.
They just replaced all the cocaine with Adderall.
And you see, like, I feel like, I hate to word it like this, like, the Crunchyroll Anime Awards need to be a little bit more coked up. They need to be like old school. They need to be like old school MTV VMA Awards. They need to be fun. They need to be
yellow subtitles, anime olds. Like,
yellow subtitles, anime old.
That kind of energy.
Yeah, you need to have that sort of like Eddie Murphy hosting or Chris Rock hosting the MTV VMAs. Those eras of VMAs, but be that the Crunchyroll Anime Awards.
The Rock hosting.
Well, listen, imagine Bill Burr hosting the Crunchyroll Anime Awards. Because Bill Burr...
There's no way he would ever do that. I don't even think he knows what anime is.
Dude, he loves One Punch Man.
What?
Yeah, dude, there's a whole thing about him, like, discovering anime through One Punch Man. He knows anime.
Huh. First I've heard. So.
Or, okay, maybe not Bill Burr. What about Ron Funches?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Ron Funches would do a damn good job.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, they got snubbed. Cinderella Grey got snubbed. City didn't. City didn't get snubbed. City the Animation didn't get snubbed. They got some nominations. Taka-P got nominated for the Anime of the Year, which, of course, that's the one I put it down for because I think it was the best out of the 6 that were nominated.
Was City not nominated for Anime of the Year?
No, but it was nominated for Comedy of the Year, which of course I gave it to that.
Okay.
Comedy, slice of life. It was for drama. It was between Taka-P and Anne Shirley, and like I had to give it to Taka-P. As much as I love Anne Shirley, I know that. My little alien girl or alien boy, I don't even know the gender of the alien, but it needs the love. It needs a love. But yeah, disappointed that Cinderella Grey got no nominations for Crunchyroll Anime Awards, but that's the Crunchyroll Anime Awards for you. It's just a big ball of disappointment.
Wild.
All right, so let's have some fun. Our brand new segment. Let's do the time warp. For the first time, Anime Time Warp. So, let's look back at some anime that came out first from spring of 2016, 10 years ago, and then spring of 2006, 20 years ago. Feeling old? You will. So yeah, 10 years ago. Let's start out with a show that actually, after many years, just ended. My Hero Academia came out 10 years ago.
Wow.
This season. When I first watched this show, when I first watched My Hero Academia, I was still on the high of One Punch Man. So, like, I watched My Hero Academia being like, it's good, but it's not as fun or clever as One Punch Man. And
I really liked My Hero Academia when it started. I thought that it was going to be like the number one thing that it was.
Okay. All right. But it's funny because My Hero Academia wind up like 10 years later, it finished, it completed, and One Punch Man is still on season 3 and it looks like absolute shit.
Yep. Can I just say that I think the reason why I liked My Hero Academia so much was because I still to this day really love the movie Sky High.
Yes, me too. Yes.
Yeah.
Sky High is such a great movie. So funny. You don't need a My Hero Academia movie. We already had one. It was called Sky High. And it has Bruce Campbell in it. It has Dave Foley and Kevin McDonald from The Kids in the Hall in it.
it has McCready from the Thing.
Yes. He's the main big superhero. He's the All Might of the movie.
Yeah.
So, yeah. All right, let's see if you remember this one, Kisniver.
What do you mean? Let's see if I remember that movie. That show. I loved that show. Like, I still really love that show, even though it didn't end all that great.
Yeah.
I love that show. It was so good.
Mm-hmm. Do you remember much of this, Andrew?
Oh yeah. Oh, I mean, Kisniver, like that was one of those shows that I really enjoyed it until the ending, and I didn't enjoy the ending as much. Because it was brilliant when it kicked off. It was awesome. I was like, this is sick. This is so fun to watch. And then the ending was like, okay, great.
I still listen to Boom Boom Satellites.
Yeah, man.
Oh, that's right.
Lay Your Hands on Me. And
still my favorite track of theirs too.
Yeah, it was the last thing they made before the singer passed away.
Yeah.
Oh, dang, I forgot about that. I got to add that to my Spotify list. Actually,
the reason why was because none of their stuff was localized for America. You couldn't get it on streaming. You couldn't get it on like Spotify. You couldn't even listen to it on YouTube.
Which is wild because they had toured America before. They had actually toured America quite a few times.
It has to be their label. Like their label must have done it.
Yeah, they were on like an indie label here in America for some time back in like the late 90s and early 2000s. And during that time they toured quite a few times. I think that's one of my big regrets. They had actually done a show. They weren't the headliner. They were one of the opening acts at a show at the Boston Royale. And like, I totally regret not going to that show because like now I'm not able to see them live.
You can't do it. Yeah, you can't do it anymore.
You can't do it.
What was the band? What's the band name called?
Boom Boom Satellites.
Boom Satellites. Boom Boom Satellites. Boom Boom Rockets is the old PlayStation game.
Yeah. That's because I looked at Boom Boom Rocket. It was like Boom Boom Rocket soundtrack. I was like, wait a second, that's not right.
Yeah, Boom Boom Satellites. Yeah. All right. Here's one that I know that the three of us all agreed sucked.
And it's not because of the animation studio that got a hold of it.
Well, Studio Dean. Dean.
Yeah, exactly.
Deaned it.
Because they are the studio that you go to when you want to make something quick and lazy and cheap.
Except Konosuba.
Yeah, which is really bizarre. But Konosuba has like this weird. How did they called it in Shirobako, Purin Heaven?
Yeah.
When like all the lines were like wiggly, and it really works for Konosuba because all the characters are super bizarre and they flow differently, but you can tell that they don't stay to the same scale consistently.
Right.
Where I Am Sakamoto was just a series of still frames that was pretending to be animation because they slid a single element across the screen.
Yeah.
And you had to pretend like it was moving, and it was bad.
Yeah. The best part of the show was like just the first 2 minutes, and it's the three guys passing the ball around, and they're just talking about the most random things. That was the best part of the show. It had nothing to do with Sakamoto at all.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I forgot about that.
All right. Do you guys remember this one, Twin Star Exorcists?
Yes, I watched 1 or 2 episodes of it, and it was okay.
I don't know what this is.
it was a Shonen Jump series. So I would say the first half of this show was really good because it stayed true to the manga. It was entertaining. It had a very Rumiko Takahashi vibe to it, where like it felt like the protagonist from like Ranma or Seiyatsura. It had that sort of kind of pervy but kind of goofy kind of comedy style to it, mixed in with some surprisingly good action. But then they veered off from the source material after like 24 episodes, and I didn't even finish watching the show because it just got really bad. It's like you should have just continued on watching the show. This was a series that went on for a whole year nonstop, by the way. Back when studios used to do this. Back when studios used to do that.
Had no idea.
Yeah. And it got disappointing. Like, it had a good premise. It had likable characters. But just the story just went to shit halfway through.
Mm-hmm.
All right. How about this one? And you thought...
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
It was good. It was good. I remember it enough for it to be good. It was funny where he thinks like he's chatting with his bros and dudes, and it turns out to be all his female classmates.
Yeah, I think this was one of those really good slop romance animes where it was kind of like, this isn't the highest quality we're gonna get, but I'll eat the slop. Like,
yes.
It's gonna be awesome. Because I don't remember what our other choices were, but I do remember just enjoying this because I remember this kind of being in tandem with, gosh, what was that anime called where there was like the woman who was addicted to online gaming and she didn't leave her house.
Oh yeah. Recovery of an MMO addict.
Yes, that
which was really good. That came out a couple years later.
I really like that show, but it really reminded me of this show, but the romance high school cute version of it, you know?
Yeah. Whereas Recovery of an MMO Addict was adults.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It was cute. It was enjoyable. Animation bouncy in all the right places.
It was bouncy.
It was very, very bouncy. Yes. All right. This is still one of my favorite comedies. I don't know if you remember watching Tanaka-kun is Always Listless.
I don't think Andrew and I watched it.
Oh,
no, this was in my list, but I actually have it in a list, but I just never started watching it.
My gosh. This was funny. Good comedy. It was like the polar opposite of Sakamoto, where Sakamoto is like this energetic character who does all these great things, but the show sucks. Tanaka-kun is Always Listless. Our main character, he's lazy to the point where his friend and classmate literally is dragging him to class, whether on the ground or just puts him over his shoulder and like carries him that way. Super funny, super enjoyable, and man, that was a show that I wished it got a second season. Like a lot, yeah. Good times. All right, here's one: cute girls doing cute things, but it's motorcycle riding. Bakuon.
I remember Bakuon because of the blonde girl.
Yes. Yeah. The blonde one was that the one who like got the burn mark on her butt?
Couldn't tell you. Look at what she's wearing.
I don't think I watched this one. Did I? This again, it was 10 years ago. I don't remember.
Yeah.
It obviously didn't leave an impression on me. I mean, I might have watched this one, but I just remember the other bicycle one. The other cycling one that also had a blonde girl with twin tails.
Oh, all right.
And I really liked that one. I really liked the other cycling one. This one is a motorcycle one, and I think I watched it, but I don't remember.
One of the things I remember most about it was like when it comes to internet memes. So like the girl on the far left with the helmet, they always refer to her as the Japanese Stig.
Yeah.
You never saw her without the helmet, and she was always the best at what she did.
I must have watched this, but I vaguely remember it.
Okay. So after that, another Studio Trigger, Space Patrol Luluco.
Oh man,
awesome!
Space Patrol Luluco was awesome. People still use the memes for Space Patrol Luluco today.
Yeah, I love the character. He's not Inferno Cop, but he was kind of like a brother. I remember in the first episode, it's like, you're under arrest! You're free to go! You're under arrest! You're free to go!
Yep.
And I actually have, hanging up over here, so Luluco transformed into the mascot, Trigger-chan, or whatever her name is. And I actually have her hanging up right over there you can't see of Studio Trigger, an official poster.
Yeah.
Good show, good show. All right. Here's a show. Kumamiko, Girl Meets Bear.
That was this season?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. This was a show where like everybody was like, "Oh, what a cute concept for a show," and then it went horribly wrong.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah. It's like, here's a girl who has social anxiety, who wants to go into the real world, and the bear kind of like is trying to make sure she doesn't. Mm-hmm. And like she gets worse and worse with the social anxiety to the point where she breaks, literally, and reverts back to like mentally a 6-year-old at the end. People hated the ending to the show so much because there's a point where she makes so much progress, but then like the audience is cheering for her for this performance that she did, but then she thinks the audience is booing her, and nobody is telling her that no, they're not booing you, they're cheering for you. They're just letting her be emotionally distraught in a way that just it's just freaking disturbing, man. Like this show, this was to this date, I have never seen an anime with a worse ending quite like Kumamiko. One of the worst endings I have ever seen. It pisses me off. It's like, if these were real cigarettes, I'd be chain smoking right now.
Yeah.
Talking about how awful it is. But the last one I have listed from 10 years ago, arguably, I think the best of the bunch.
Flying Witch was so good.
Yeah.
Guys, this was like the show that taught me that anime can just be a nice, warm winter blanket wrapped around you while you're drinking hot cocoa.
This was the first time on our show where we really started talking about Iyashikes.
Yes! This was the show that introduced us to Iyashike. Like, I watched this before, like, Non Biori. I watched this before a few other Iyashike shows. Flying Witch was our introduction. It was like, wow.
I think there was one the season before, and we were like, oh, it's kind of like that show. And then we dug a little deeper, and we learned about Iyashike through Flying Witch, and then we suddenly opened up the world to like, oh, okay, Iyashike is a genre, and there's all these shows that are about it. So, and I think that was Flying Witch for us.
Yeah, and again, a show that I wish got another season. I still read the manga for Flying Witch, and it's a crime that none of this stuff has been animated yet, because the story gets so much better. We see Makoto becoming a much better witch, and then Chinatsu, who's the younger girl, actually starts learning how to be a witch herself, too. And it's like, it's so good. But, like, I remember I reacted to the first episode. Everything's so calm. Everything's so relaxing. Everything's so, like, feels warm and fuzzy. And then we get to the end, and we are greeted to this.
The Mandrake. This is a good show.
This just goes on and on and on and on. I remember when I just burst out laughing because, like, I did not expect this to happen. Such a good show. Such a great series. More people should be watching. More people should have watched Flying Witch. We should be on season 3 now, at least, or season 4 now of Flying Witch. It's so good. It's so good.
Now, you said that this was the last one in your list for 2016, but there were so many shows that you skipped over, or that you didn't at least like include in the list.
Okay, so what should have I included in the list too?
Well, ReZero started.
Right. Okay.
At that time, and like that was like the whole thing where REM, was suddenly a thing, and like that would. I think that she was.
Rem
the waifu
is like
of the year.
still a cultural phenomenon.
Oh yeah, dude! Like you can't go to any anime shop and go past a shelf that it's just all Rem figures. It's all Rem figures.
I still have students who are talking about Bunko Stray Dogs, which started that season.
Ah, okay. You see, I've never watched Bunko Stray Dogs.
It was fine.
It was fine. Okay.
It was fine. But I did watch quite a bit of it, and then I dropped it somewhere along the line. Season 4 of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure started that season.
Diamond is Unbreakable. Yep.
Which was fine. Let's see. There was another one on here that I also really liked. Oh yeah, they did the. I did watch a lot of the Ace Attorney anime that season.
Yeah, I almost put this on my list, and like I remember watching it and be like, this just feels like a video game walkthrough.
Yeah, it really was. Ushio Totora 2.
Oh my gosh, dude!
Oh,
Ushio Totora's
but it was the second part. It was the second part.
Second part. So like,
but
maybe,
even,
I think that's why I didn't put that on my list, because it was season 2. Like these are all new shows that
show
started.
was awesome though.
Yeah, Ushio Totoro is great.
Hold on. Okay, so they also had the maybe this is the sequel series to Sailor Moon, the Sailor Moon remake that they did.
Season 3.
You totally skipped over Terraformers Revenge.
But because that was season 2.
Yeah, but hold on though.
But
like
killed
there was
Terraformers.
There was a difference between Terraformers Season 1 and Terraformers Season 2.
I didn't know this. I don't know this.
Terraformers Season 2 is like a straight up 0 out of 10. Like it was phenomenally bad. So bad that like it could make us hate the first season, which was a 10 out of 10 more.
Yeah, season 1 was a perfect season. And season 2, it was basically what's happening to One Punch Man right now.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. It's like One Punch Man had the most perfect first season, and then seasons 2 and 3 were just so horrible and so bad. A pale version of its former self. To the point where like I stopped watching season 3 of One Punch Man. I was like, this sucks.
Oh, I didn't realize people were watching season 3 of One Punch Man. I didn't even watch season 2.
Unfortunately, part 2 of season 3, which I don't know why they're not just calling it season 4, is coming out in 2027.
Huh.
Lastly on the list too, this was kind of an important thing too, but Agretzko started as the short series.
Okay.
As well. So it wasn't the actual series, but we were like, Agretzko, Sanryu, so,
Yeah. Okay.
Now I'm done.
All right. So, okay, maybe I did better with for this one 20 years ago. 20 years ago. All right, Andrew, ready to feel really, really old? What came out 20 years ago this season?
Ooh.
20 years ago.
And it's still
This
coming
is just
out.
regular Black Lagoon?
Yeah, this is the first season of Black Lagoon.
Not even Roberta's Blood Trail?
No, that was in 2013.
Yeah.
The thing that I remember about this was our first AnimeCon was Anime Boston 2008, and Brad Swale was there because he was Light Yagami. But he also played what's his name in Rock. Yeah, he played Rock in Black Lagoon. So he talked about that a lot too. He talked about the first time he got to say the F word as a voice actor.
That's right.
Yeah,
It's really weird to think about because Black Lagoon is, that's still like I'm still reading Black Lagoon. Like there's Black Lagoon 13 up above my head right there. Mm-hmm. The special edition that you picked up for me, Evan.
Yes.
And to think that like 20 years later, I'm still reading it, and it's still the best thing I've ever read. I think because Rei Hiroe is one of my art heroes. I think he's a master of anatomy, and Black Lagoon is such a fun story. Like I've never been disappointed by a volume of Black Lagoon.
Yes.
And to think that it is as old as the 80s feels like it is now, right? Like that, you know, because like when I look at something like SWAT Cats, you know, I grew up with SWAT Cats.
Yes.
And that came out in 1993.
Right, which was 10 years ago.
Yeah, right. And we showed that to our little brother, and I was like, oh, 1993. Wait a second. That's 30 years. Oh, no. You know, and to think that Black Lagoon is like watching Ghostbusters, you know, to kids that were born like after 9/11. I actually did the math for this too. The kids who are graduating high school were born the year that Jonathan and I graduated high school.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, do math on it.
So the kids that were born when we graduated are now graduating high school.
That's insane.
Yeah. This is insane. Time moves a little bit too fast, but Black Lagoon being 20 years old is nutty.
Yeah. Next one on my list. This was one of my favorites. Watching Nana, the two women, both named Nana. This is what introduced me to the music of Anasuchiya, because she did the singing voice for the one on the right for the punk rock Nana. Still to this date, the manga still hasn't come back. It's been on hiatus since 2009 because the artist Ayazawa, who also did Paradise Kiss and a few other like really amazing shoujo manga, like Nana and Ayazawa are a huge reason why there is a Harajuku fashion scene. Like like the way she drew her characters, the way she drew the clothes of the characters made fashion designers here in Japan go, I want to make that in real life. And that's why Harajuku fashion has been the same for the almost 20 years, because Ayazawa hasn't made any new manga and they're still waiting for her new fashion designs.
Actually, that's pretty cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah. But Nana's a great show. Like, also, animated by Studio Madhouse, just like Black Lagoon was.
Mm-hmm. And just like the first season of One Punch Man was. And ruined.
Yeah, before it got ruined.
You can't start at the top and then be like, oh, we're gonna lower our standards.
Yeah. Lowered expectations. Alright. Gintama.
Wow.
I don't know how much of Gintama you guys have watched, but this, like,
None.
You've never watched Gintama. It is funny. Like, this is
I'm aware of Gintama.
Yeah, one of the best comedies, still going strong. They're still coming out with movies, even though the series is finished. They're coming out. They had a spin-off show that came out 2 seasons ago where Gintoki is the teacher and everyone else is the student. Very funny, very entertaining. My complaint with Gintama is when it goes into a long story arc and it has to be serious. Because when Gintama is serious, it's just not fun. It's not enjoyable.
Yeah, it thrives as a comedy.
It thrives as a comedy. It has some of my favorite, like expressions and one-liners when it focuses on the comedy stuff. There's a lot of English play that they do that just butchers the English language in such beautiful fashions. It butchers it, but it turns it into a very delicious roast beef sandwich.
Like a Bostonian.
Like a Bostonian, yes. All right. Air Gear. 20 years ago. Oh my goodness.
Old. Yeah. This one feels 20 years old.
Yeah, it really does, right? I know.
This one felt old when it came out.
This was one of those ones where it's like you went over to a friend's house and they had the manga on their shelf, like while you were in elementary school.
This was also one of those anime that the manga is way dirtier than the anime came out being, right?
Oh, yes, that's right. Yeah.
Yes, but it was still kind of filthy. Air Gear, the anime was. They were able to push the envelope a little bit. There was a lot of nudity. There was a lot of poop jokes. The rollerblading scenes were a lot of fun to watch. Those were beautifully animated. And the guy who creates it. Oh, great. He is probably like in my top 5 of my favorite artists. I don't know if you've ever seen his adaptation of Bakemonogatari, but like there are frames in his adaptation that like it belongs in a museum. Like the detail he puts in is just so gorgeous. So yeah, Air Gear. I don't know if you guys watched this one, but it's still popular on the internet in some way, shape, or form.
Oh gosh, Liru the Wolf.
Yeah,
right.
Greatest wolf girl ever. I will argue.
She's way more popular than the actual show is.
Yeah, that in good ways and in bad ways.
Are you talking about that Seismic cartoon? Because
lone wolf girl with you.
Yeah, Seismic was so obsessed with Liru that he spent 20 years of his life creating one animation, and he finally finished it.
Yeah. This was fun. It was a very fun show, I remember. There was an episode that still sticks out to me where it's like, I think it's like one of the magical girls is trying to build a mailbox. And then Liru is like trying to compete and try to build something with her. And she like just says, you know what, forget it. Liru like just quickly builds this house. And he goes, I win. She closes the door and the whole house just collapses on top of her.
This is a show I've been searching for forever and have never been able to find it.
It's lost media.
Yeah, I actually like have this part of me that doubts it actually exists because I've been looking for it for so long, and people are able to dig up clips of it. You go on Twitter and people have clips of it everywhere. And
it is there.
Nobody can get a hold of it. Like I even, when I had the magical anime tree sites that I would go on and get and download all my stuff, I was looking for this and it's not available.
It's in my parents' attic somewhere. I have it like all burnt onto a DVD someplace.
Oh, that's cool.
But
yeah, I've always wanted to watch this show, but you just can't get it.
Yeah,
it's nowhere.
I think the most famous clip is of Liru just like swimming and like playing in the water and gargling the water. I think that's like the most famous one.
I actually saw that on Instagram maybe yesterday.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, I see a lot of clips.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Disgaea.
Oh gosh.
I love the game.
I'll say this. I at first loved the anime. And then I played the game, and then I realized how much they like cut out of the game for the anime.
Yeah,
this was my introduction to the game series.
The thing that I love the most about the game is the way that people have described it to me before. It's Calvin Ball, but tactical RPG.
Yes,
because I've never played a game that was so easy. Because you could literally just do whatever you wanted. Like, I thought I was playing the game wrong because it was so easy. I was like, this has to be harder. This must be harder. But no, you can literally just stack damage on damage on damage on damage and just win. It's just, I almost partially didn't get it because it was so easy.
Yeah. That's a lot of Nippon-ichi software games. A lot of their RPGs are set up like that. They are basically turn-based tactical games for beginners. But I kind of love them for that because like they put a lot more emphasis on the story than they do the gameplay, and the stories are almost always so much fun to watch and
the facial expressions that they do and the character voice acting is just brilliant. It's so good.
Absolutely.
It is so good. But this is another one that definitely feels 20 years old.
Yeah.
Because the game feels old, but it's very fun.
Yeah.
And we're all the way up to Disgaea 7 now, I think.
Yeah.
I think Disgaea 7 came out, and I was really interested in getting Disgaea 5 when it came out.
That might be my favorite out of all of them. Disgaea 5 is excellent.
I think Disgaea 6 or 7 got a really low rating. I think was universally hated, but I really wanted 5.
Yeah, 5 is good. So, before I actually moved to Japan, I put a pre-order in for Etna because they came out with plushes for Disgaea, and Etna's my favorite character out of the main 3. And the funny thing about it is, so they sent me the doll, and they never charged me for the doll. So,
Wow.
so
Cool.
I got the doll for free.
Nice.
Yeah. So yeah.
I mean, Etna's one of my favorite characters too. She has such a great design.
I agree.
Like, I love Etna's design, and I love the quirkiness of like you play as the bad guy. You're the demon lord, and he's this kid, and he's like this all powerful being, but he's just a kid. It's fun. It's really fun. And then of course the little angel girl shows up, and she's dumb,
Flone.
but she's trying to infiltrate the bad guy's lair. And Etna's the real brains of the operation, kind of a thing. It's fun. I really enjoy it for what it is.
Yeah. All right. I think this might have been like one of the first attempts at doing American comic books in Japanese anime form, Witchblade.
Yep.
Yeah, which
Andrew has a huge legacy with.
I have a vast collection of Witchblade over here. This whole shelf right here is all Darkness, Witchblade, Artifacts, Angelus, all the Top Cow comics that I collected over the years. And so when Witchblade the anime was coming out, I was like, oh, this is so cool. I'm gonna go watch the Witchblade anime because I have a vast knowledge of everything Witchblade.
Yeah.
And nothing in the anime has anything to do with the comic books. It's its own original story that has absolutely zero to do with the Top Cow comic book of Witchblade, even though Top Cow's name is on the Witchblade anime.
Yeah.
And there was also a thing called Witchblade Takaru manga, which was a manga version of Witchblade, which is also up here. The Takaru manga is somewhere up here as well.
Which is pretty good, actually.
It is good, and it's filthy. It was like my first. It was literally the first manga I ever bought. I bought it before Hellsing because Hellsing was the second manga I ever bought, and so I bought Takaru manga as my first manga. Realized, wow, this is really dirty. Like it's a booby and manga basically.
Yeah.
And
I mean, to be fair, let me look at the design of Witchblade's outfit.
But this anime, this Witchblade anime, has nothing to do with the Takaru manga. But they released them in tandem. I don't know, and so I'm trying to figure out what the heck the marketing plan was, because it has nothing to do with the anime, it has nothing to do with the comic book, and it has nothing to do with the manga. They're all completely different.
Technically, it's the same way that the comic book works, which is the Witchblade chooses who its owner is, and so therefore there could be so many users over the years, and so like I think that's what Takaru was.
Yeah, I was just wishing, but granted the monsters were different and stuff. I remember like it was very Japanese in the way that it was more like Blood Plus than it was Witchblade.
Oh, Blood.
And
talk about that one.
But even still, like I was just waiting for an Easter egg in the manga or the anime. Like the whole time I was reading or watching the anime, I was waiting for Kenneth Irons to show up as like one of the villains. And Kenneth Irons never shows up, and I was really... So there were a bunch of characters that showed up in the show. I was like, that's him. That's Kenneth Irons. And then Kenneth Irons never shows up. Or if, like, maybe Sarah Pazzini made some kind of appearance, or she was just mentioned in some kind of way. Nothing. No relation, no correlation to anything in the comic books.
Right. Yeah.
But I have it on DVD. It's on the shelf right here somewhere. My Witchblade.
Yeah. Do you guys remember when TNT had the live action Witchblade TV show, and it's like, we were all like excited. Oh, wait till we see the outfit, and it's every time she activated the Witchblade, she's just in a freaking suit of armor. I'm like, this is the complete opposite of Witchblade.
I vaguely remember this. I don't remember this at all.
Yeah.
It
lasted for like 3 seasons, but it's like, you have one of the sexiest outfits in like comic book history, and you don't put her in that outfit. It's just
there's even in the original run of the comic book, there's even a there's like a line where they're just like, does it rip through your clothes every time you activate it? And she's like, yeah.
All right. 20 years ago, Higurashi, When They Cry.
Wow. That is the clincher to our hardcore anime panel.
Yes. The knife,
my buddy who I got into anime and just started diving deep into anime just bought his copy of Higurashi, and I was like, really? And the funny thing is he doesn't like any of the cute stuff, but he's in the lane of horror right now. And I was like, really? You picked up Higurashi? I was like, you know that it's about really cute girls, right? But they kill each other. I was like, and so it was. I love the aesthetic of Higurashi because of that reason. It's a horror story mixed with the cuteness of it, and it gets really violent at times. So and then I had to explain it to him too, where I was like, you have to remember that halfway through the season it starts over because there's a question arc and an answer arc.
Yes.
So it's you're gonna watch 6 episodes, and then 6 episodes don't matter anymore because it starts over from the beginning, but it's a completely different story. And so there's like a weird way to watch Higurashi. You don't even have to watch them in order. You can watch any season that you want because it's the same story told again and again and again and again, but just in a with a
different perspectives. Different
story altogether because time keeps repeating.
Yes, exactly. And that's what happened with the 2 recent series with Go and Sotsu, where it's like Go was, like you said, Go was the one that's all the questions, and Sotsu is the one with all the answers. Mm-hmm. And this is Studio Dean as well. It's like this is back when Studio Dean actually tried.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's why we also have to remember that back in 2004, when Elfen Lied came out, that was done by ARMS, and ARMS is now the low budget hentai studio. You know, and actually, the other one that did ARMS did was Full Metal Alchemist, the first one of Full Metal Alchemist. So
alongside Studio Bones.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, because I know Bones did both series.
Yeah, I just know that ARMS became the Studio Dean as we know it now, basically. Okay. Like you would go to ARMS, but it started off as doing things like Elfen Lied and stuff.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
So I feel old now.
So this one was a really big deal for us in high school because this was like the first time that things were coming out in English, and this was one of the series that we watched fan subbed on YouTube.
Yep.
And
same here.
I gotta be honest, dude. This one hurt me the most. As soon as you put this out, I felt this one hurts. This one hurts a lot.
Still a really, really solid, amazing series.
I rewatched it as soon as like last year. I think I gave it a rewatch last year, and I was having a blast. But
crazy fandom aside, the show was just immensely entertaining.
Yeah, there's a lot of Yuri-tards in this fandom as well, or I should say Yaoi-tards.
Yeah, the Fujoshis.
Yeah.
But yeah, like this was one of the shows that we used to watch as an anime club, and like us and a group of friends watching this all together, just laughing our asses off at all of these antics. And like I didn't understand the concept of like almost any of the tropes that they were making fun of. But even without the knowledge of the Shota and like the twincest and like the handsome butlerish character and the prince character, like even without that knowledge, the show was still super funny.
Yeah, well, it was just brilliant.
And this was also during a really bizarre time of anime. Mm-hmm. This was still the era when if an anime didn't have an ending in the manga, they would just make up their own ending. And the weird thing that they did with this one is the anime is a parody of the manga.
Yeah.
which is weird. Because if you read the manga,
the manga is a parody of shoujo anime to begin with.
But the manga is a shoujo.
Yes,
and it's played straight. Where the anime is not played straight at all, nor is it a shoujo.
No, but I heard that the manga takes tropes from shoujo manga and it exemplifies them to like 100, so that
it's bizarre. Yeah, it's really bizarre.
It is. But yeah, it's entertaining. There's a lot of stuff going on right now with like the 20th anniversary of this show. There are rumors that they might actually be rebooting it.
Oh no, stop it. Are you serious?
And have it actually be faithful to the manga. Like they want to actually follow the manga.
Man. Oh no. I love it. Like I am so happy to hear that, but that's gonna hit so hard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh no. Watching Ouran High School Host Club again. Oh.
I mean, I just finished watching Fire Force, which ended. It was being now it's time for the Soul Eater arc, and now imagine me 20 years from that premiering, watching that again.
Well,
so weird.
This was like me watching Azumanga Daioh again. Like I recently, I think around the same time when I was doing a rewatch of Ouran High School Host Club, I was also watching Azumanga Daioh, and it was weird nostalgia, man. It was very weird nostalgia.
Oh yeah, it is. The last one, though, ready to feel... Okay, you already felt old with this one. The last one, we talked about this Haruhi. Now we've got to talk about that Haruhi.
Yep. Which is a show I've never seen.
Really?
But, yes, yeah. I've never seen Haruhi Suzumiya, but I'm very familiar with it.
We were struck with the cultural shift of Haruhi Suzumiya hitting the Americas, but never... really watched it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm very, very familiar with the Hara Hara Yukai.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would argue that this was the show that opened the eyes of the Japan side of anime production, be like, we gotta get this out quicker to the West. Because before Haruhi, and of course with the fan subs, before the Haruhi craze even started or anything, you would wait 2 to 3 years for an anime to come to America, and the only way you could actually watch it is if you actually bought the DVD. Very rarely could you rent them out. This is before Netflix. This is before this is back when there was just Blockbuster Video and West Coast Video and Hollywood Video, and the only way to watch anime was you had to buy the anime. You had to go in blindly to it. And then when the internet started becoming a much bigger thing and fan subs could be torrented, this was the show that people were watching it illegally in America while it was airing in Japan, but they saw how much of a cultural impact Haruhi Suzumiya had within the anime fandom almost at an instant.
Yeah, I'm very aware of the cultural impact that this has, especially during the era when Jonathan and I were getting into anime.
Mm-hmm.
Because we basically weren't anime fans, then literally overnight we became anime fans, and then all of our friends who were anime fans were just inundating us with all this knowledge of, okay, we're gonna watch Ouran High School Host Club, we're gonna watch Haruhi Suzumiya, we're gonna watch friggin' Holic, we're gonna watch, I have to tell you what Tsubasa is, I have to tell you, so there's all these really crazy shows that were coming out at the same time, and then that was the year of our first Anime Boston. And our friends were going and doing the Hara Hara Yukai, and they were dressed as the Haruhi Suzumiya characters. And Ouran High School Host Club was a major thing, and Death Note was a major thing, and it was insane.
Yeah,
which you mentioned one that should be on this list, but Evan, you did not include it. Holic.
Yeah,
came out as well, and That's a big one. That's
Yeah.
a real big one.
I fucked up on that one. That's my bad.
Back when Clamp was still doing stuff.
I mean, they still are, but like they're not as fervent or whatever as they
I mean,
once were.
their big thing was Code Geass. Like after it was weird
and like they did
Code
help out
Geass
with the
had-
new Code Geass movies that just came out, so
Mhm.
they are still part of the industry in a way. But yeah, you're right. I forgot Holic. That is my bad.
Gosh, Clamp.
There is one that was also on this list that was a bit of a nostalgia bomb for me, even though it wasn't really all that good, and I'll explain why. There's an anime on this list called Toko, which, Andrew knows exactly what I'm talking about. And it was not a great show, just some kind of like small demon hunter like sort of show, but we watched the whole thing on Sci-Fi Network's Anna Mondays, and
I remember.
I actually. No, you know what?
That's where I watched Noen. I watched Noen on there.
yeah,
But you know what was even weirder about that was we didn't watch it on Anna Mondays. We watched it on demand through Verizon service.
oh, that's right.
Because it was the same thing with like Boogie Pop Phantom, like Boogie
Yeah.
Pop Phantom,
Oh,
Toko, like these weird fever dream animes that Jonathan and I were getting into because we didn't have access to anime. Like we had access to Adult Swim.
Yeah.
We found out, okay, Cowboy Bebop is cool. Bleach is brand new, so we started watching Bleach from episode 1. And then we had this access because our stepsister at the time worked for Verizon. So we had premium access to everything on demand at Verizon. And Sci-Fi Channel, you could watch all the anime through Sci-Fi Channel on demand. And so we watched things like Toko, Boogie Bop Phantom. I think that's how we watched Paranoia Agent as well.
Oh, yeah.
Paranoia Agent was on Adult Swim at the time, but yeah, I was
Yes.
going to mention that one if you didn't. So,
But Paranoia Agent was obviously, because it was on TV, it was heavily censored. So me watching it like 10 years later when I have it on DVD, and I found it was like tons of nudity in it and stuff. I'm like, whoa, okay, this is they definitely cut that out.
I started rewatching it, by the way.
Oh, dude, I mean anything by
Satoshi Kon.
Satoshi Kon is just
Yeah, he never missed. He never missed.
well, because I was talking about this with my friends at work because I was telling them about soundtracks for stuff, and so I was talking about the guy, what's his name? The guy who makes the music for Satoshi Kon, who did like the opening theme song for Paranoia Agent, and
what an opening theme song! Like I read in an interview with Satoshi Kon he wanted to do a theme song like that because it would absolutely make sure that his viewers would wake up.
Oh, dude, and I think it's one of the most memorable anime theme songs ever. But he also did the music for Paprika.
Oh yeah,
which is a song called "The Girl in Byakuya," which you cannot access anymore. It is not available on any streaming services, and I'm very upset about it. But you can get. Let me look it up real quick. Because I just need to know his name. Is this it?
What do you see?
Yeah, it's Susumu Hirasawa, and he did the entire soundtrack for the Berserk anime.
Okay.
So that like internet meme guts theme song, the whole. Like that whole thing, that's him. Like that's his music, and that's how I know him. Is like, oh yeah, it's not a meme. I know the artist who does that, because I love his music. All of his music is awesome. But that's his job. Is he just makes anime music on top of his other weird ethereal. He's basically, he kind of reminds me of like Enya. Like he's Enya, but in Japan. Paranoia Agent.
which is not a 2006 anime.
I think that was 2005. That was Paranoia Agent, because I remember the story of like they had just made Tokyo Godfathers. Satoshi Kon loved working with everybody so much that he still wanted to work with them, And that's when he came up with the idea for Paranoia Agent, so he could actually work with the same team he did with Tokyo Godfathers.
Dang.
Paranoia Agent is weird, dude. I wish. Oh, that's that nostalgia, dude, of going back, and the only anime you have access to is, you know, watching it at midnight on Adult Swim, eating Pizza Hut pizza, you know, and
Yeah.
Code Geass, sponsored by Pizza Hut.
oh, dude, and it's like all
Lelouch
brand
likes that
new.
extra cheese.
You know, like Ghost in the Shell is brand new to us, and just all these weird things. Evangelion.
Right.
Side tangent. Me and my buddy Scott, who is the one who I keep telling you about, who is now in the anime track. And I'm introducing him to a whole bunch of stuff, so I let him borrow Elfen Lied. He loved Elfen Lied. He watched Evangelion on his own, so I was like, oh, well, you started with one of the best animes ever made, so I hope you like it. I hope you actually like anime, because you just watched the best one, right? And so we started watching the Evangelion movies, you know, the redos.
Rebuild? Yeah.
And we just we watched 1, 2, and 3 at work this week, and now we have 4 left to watch. Which Jonathan and I only watched 1 and 2.
Yeah.
When they came out, and when 2 ends, that's the end. Like, that's where Evangelion ends. And so where you're like, wait, there's 2 more movies to this? Like, what the heck is going to happen?
Yeah.
So for the first time ever, I watched the 3rd movie. And it's wild. I was just like, this isn't even Evangelion. So now I don't know how Evangelion 4 is going to end. It's bringing me back to that peak of nostalgia, watching these Evangelion movies for the first time, and finally getting to watch 3 and 4. Because I love Evangelion. I love Evangelion so much. You know, it's one of the best animes ever made.
Yeah, I know it hasn't. I don't think it's been subtitled yet. But did you watch that new short with like the 2 Asukas, like the one from the original Gainax, and then the new one from?
No, I don't.
It's so good.
Want to. Yeah, I don't want to until I've seen everything Evangelion that I possibly can. Then I can watch that.
Okay,
which I don't even know how you access it. Like, I don't.
It was
even
on
know
YouTube. It's on YouTube.
It's just on YouTube? Okay,
yeah, Studio Kara, Ano's YouTube channel.
Label.
Yeah,
is it the same voice actress as well?
Yep. All of them. Like, all of the voice actors
so
and actresses.
Great.
Yes.
Yeah, like, the voice actress of Asuka is so good. She's so good. But it's just funny because, and I know this has nothing to do with the topic, but it's just a fun nostalgia trip to go on, where Shinji like saves Rei from dying and he's just like, it would be really nice if you smiled, and Rei smiles at you, and I just turned to Scott and I said, and every 14-year-old boy fell in love instantly. like Rei was like every 14-year-old boy's first waifu because of that, you know.
Interesting.
It's so good.
All right, I'm curious, like, what I'm actually going to be looking. I'm looking something up right now. I don't have it showing. I'm trying. Let's see. Jump to spring 1996. Because I feel like, okay, so that was Escaflowne. Came out.
Gosh.
Did you say this is 30 years ago?
Yes, 30 years ago.
1996? Heck yeah.
There was a Zorro anime.
Okay.
Let's see.
Sailor Moon Stars.
Sailor Moon Stars. Yeah. There was a different horse anime, Midori no Makibao, which was what they just did the April Fool's thing with Uma Musume.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh, crap. Slayer's Next.
Slayer's Next. Look how short the... Look, all right. 4, 6, 9, 12... 15 anime series started 30 years ago this season.
Yeah,
in comparison to like what? 50, 60 that are starting this season?
Well, isn't it crazy to think about that if you had a studio, they actually had to work on one project and draw it. They didn't have digital tools and outsourcing to make anime at the capacity that they make it now.
Oh my gosh, Kodomo no Omocha came out 30 years ago.
Yeah, I got a couple on here. So there's Dragon Ball GT, Rurouni Kenshin, one of the series, but it had 94 episodes. Let's see.
Gokukiju Monogatari, which is also another Ayazawa series.
Yeah. Dragon Ball movie came out. A GT movie came out. Tenchi Muyo in Love came out.
Wow.
Golden Boy. Golden Boy.
The last Guns with Cats episode.
Dang, dude.
Wait, how in the world are you going back this far? Mine only
Under my anime list, go to seasonal anime.
Oh, my anime list. Okay. Yeah.
AniChart does it for me.
Really? Yeah, because I only got to 2008 in AniChart.
Yeah, no, everything. I Google searched the AniChart with the season and year, and it brings it up.
Oh, I see.
So it might be archived. So
either way, this is awesome. I am.
That was cool. Let's do this again. That was fun.
Yeah, we'll do this again. Absolutely.
When, next year?
No, next season.
Yeah, next season. So
yeah,
that's true, I guess, right?
It'll be the summer 2026. We'll do that,
Yeah. We'll look back at summer 2016 and summer 2006.
Dang, that is. Oh man, that makes me feel old, boy.
Yeah. Okay, and next time I'll let you guys have access because I forgot quite a few shows. I didn't put in Holic because you two don't seem to be Holic people.
Actually, we were.
But our high school, we were led by a chain like around our necks, being introduced to anime when we were in high school because we didn't know, we were brand new to it, right?
Yeah.
And so our friends were just like, okay, we're gonna watch Oran High School, we're gonna watch Holic, we're gonna watch all these things that they liked. And so, which is probably the reason why I like romance anime so much, is because all of our friends were watching romance comedies.
Yeah.
And unlike my buddy Scott, who I'm like, okay, these are the things that I know you're going to like, we didn't have access to anime like that. So everybody just showed us what they had, and they all had romance comedies. And so I am really into romance comedies when it comes to anime. I'm really into cute things.
Right. Same here. Yeah, because that's what I was introduced to. Like, even though I was watching stuff on Toonami, like with like the Dragon Ball Z and Outlaw Star and stuff like that, and Big O, like I always found myself like gearing towards the rom-com stuff. So like Tenchi Muyo, and Ranma 1/2, and
we also had a friend since elementary school who was severely mentally ill, and so he introduced us things like Hellsing and Vampire Hunter D, and where he was watching things way too early, when he was way too young, but he had this endless knowledge of anime because he'd been watching it forever. And
he was also the closest thing that you could get to an American Chinibio.
Yes, he was a Chinibio, absolutely. And so that was when I was like, oh, well, I remember my friend really liked this thing called Hellsing. And so that's when I started buying Hellsing because I knew he liked it so much. And of course I fell in love instantly. And then that was when I started going and looking for things that were violent, because I was like, violent anime is cool. And then I found Elfen Lied, and Elfen Lied has become my favorite anime of all time. And the only thing that has probably ever challenged Elfen Lied as my favorite anime of all time is probably Free Run.
Yeah.
Like, and that's 20 years later. 20 years later, something has finally challenged Elfen Lied because Free Run is so good.
Yeah. Agree.
So,
yeah.
Awesome. And that is like the wonders of having this huge library right here that is almost as old as my entire. This right here in the middle is my my 2 box sets of Blood Plus. Those cost me $200. that was back when anime DVDs weren't enough, and so actually. Can I
remember when the Trigun box set was like $300 for 26 episodes?
Mm-hmm. So, I have Paranoia Agent is right here. These are Paranoia Agent, Tokyo Godfathers, Paprika. Oh, dang. This is a weird one. It has kind of nothing to do with it, but do you guys remember this? Attack on Titan Junior High.
Oh, yeah.
That was a weird one that I have on
He stole my cheeseburger.
Yeah, like...
Steak.
That was a weird one, and for some reason I have it on. And this is the thing that Jonathan was talking about, with how old my Love Hina collection is.
Yeah, wow.
The box set, and so these are like the OVAs in individual movies, and then here's the original series itself.
Oh, so I have the complete one then. So because I have one that's one box set that has this entire series plus the OVAs.
Yeah, mine are the separate boxes, which is pretty dang cool.
Isn't it funny that Andrew turns his camera on for the first time and we're like only like referencing his room for the whole thing? Like,
yeah, like, no, this is awesome. Like we get to like see a new perspective and like.
I feel like I gotta. Mine are over there. So I feel like I got to move mine to like over here somewhere so that I can do the same thing.
I can't do shit.
Yeah, it's just really fun to go through and look at because there's so much history. Like especially when you consider the history and how old it is. Like I have Fist of the North Star. I have all my Ranma stuff down here.
It also comes with a certain feeling too. Like it just.
This is so my buddy Scott. This is so weird. We went on a weird topic doing this because we're not even talking about like the original show anymore. We're just kind of having fun, aren't we?
Yeah.
This was so my buddy Scott, who is like searching for anime stuff on his own. Just like was like, oh, I found this weird one called Freezing, and I just started dying laughing because he was talking about freezing.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, you're not even going into the best of the girl fight genre. Like I was like, oh yeah, there's tons of nudity. There's like it's very sleazy combat anime. I was like, you're not even watching the best one.
Yeah, it's like, called Ikitosen.
Yeah, you should be watching Ikitosen or my personal favorite, which is Sekirei.
Sekirei is awesome.
See, I liked the first season of Sekirei, but I fell off after during season 2 because I felt like they were just doing the same jokes over and over again.
Sekirei is my guilty pleasure anime. Like that is probably my ultimate guilty pleasure anime of this is not something I should be watching, nor should I like it, but I love it.
That's how I am. That's how I am with Kanokan.
I don't know that one.
That's the one with the fox girl. And
sure, yeah, okay. Yeah.
The fox girl, and like the boy is always, Grandpa, I'm going to become an adult now, and it just never happens.
But that reminds me, what was the one with the fighting one that had that really weird ending to it? And
Keijo?
Master of Martial Arts.
Master of Martial Arts.
Oh right.
Oh man, that one was something special.
And then this is, I gave him my, like these things right here.
My goodness.
It's like both my copies of Elfen Lied. So like this is like the really old one from ADV Films that you can't even find anymore. This thing is worth tons of money. And then this, they don't even make this copy of Elfen Lied anymore. You actually have to buy like a cheaper version of it now. So this Blu-ray that has the OVA. So this is like $30 or something like that.
Yeah.
It's so cool, like going through and seeing like what kind of weird history I have as far as
Can I say good thinking on the extension cord you got with your headset?
Yeah, it came like this.
Really?
Yeah, it came with the extension on it.
I've just got this flimsy shit one here right now. I feel like I should probably get like some sort of extension cord. But like, as you can see, I don't really have anything behind me. Like, okay, so like you've got, the Love Hina poster. You've got my favorite Tetsumiya character Kyone over here. Got the Nichijou. I think that's all you can really see. I mean, you've got my Guitar Wolf poster, and you've got Pink Floyd The Wall, which is still my favorite album of all time.
Oh, here it is. Look at this.
Okay.
This is what we're talking about, the Gunsmith Cats.
Yes, that's the one you spent $100 for at Anime Boston 2015.
Isn't that crazy?
Yep.
Dang, I can't believe that you just called it out like that, Evan.
Imagine how much more it's worth now.
Probably
I
like
honestly,
500.
I don't even remember that story. I didn't even remember where I got this from. So
it was from one of our go-tos when we went to Anime Boston. It was like, when it comes to rare DVDs, there's always a chance that this guy had it.
Was it? It wasn't Otaku Joe, was it?
Yes, it was Otaku Joe. It was Otaku Joe.
Okay. Yeah, he's massive now. And then here's all my The World God Only Knows DVDs.
Yep.
These are probably worth a ton.
Mm-hmm.
So this is so fun. I'm having a blast.
Wow.
Like all these
reaching
things.
the 3-hour mark, Andrew. So you gotta
Yeah.
Yeah,
I gotta
you gotta
stop for a minute.
save some of your DVDs for next time.
yeah, save
I
it for the summertime. Dude, yeah. Tell you what, from when we do the summer one, a couple months from now, I'll of course give you access to the PowerPoint. If you have it on DVD, just have them by your side. Be like, I got this one, I got this one, I got this one, I got this one, I got this one.
I should. I'll just bring like an archive and just be like, well, here's what it looks like on DVD, and here's how much it cost. I should bring up all the eBay listings and see how much like the last solds were.
That's a good idea. I like that. All right, but yeah. That's our new segment, the Anime Time Warp. You can expect that every season as we look back at anime 10 years ago, 20 years ago, maybe even 30 years ago. Maybe we'll add...
I think we should.
Yeah, we should.
Because that's how old we are.
Yeah.
So...
And I'm 40. Like, I feel...
You're 40, but still.
What came out when I was still 1 year old.
We should do that. We should do a time warp where we just say, like, let's go to the year that we were born and let's find out what anime came out then and did we watch them.
Okay. Actually, that's not a bad idea. That's a good idea. We'll save it in the back of our minds. But yeah, that is it for this week's episode of Duck Amuck in Japan. So let's do our shameless plugs. You go first, John, because Andrew, you talked quite a lot. You need a bit of a break.
I did.
you need a breather. You need a chill. All right. You can find me on Instagram at the Line Block, and I've been trying to keep up with my drawing every other day or so. So there's quite a few drawings that have been updated there. You can also read my book, I Think Life's All Right, for free. And other than that, today's score is a mediocre 214,320 points on Classic Tetris, which I've been playing over here on my CRT TV.
Child's play.
Yeah.
All right. And, of course, you can find my stuff duckjapan.com. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Blue Sky King Baby Duck ESH. And, of course, like us on Facebook.com/Duck in Japan. Trying to think if there's anything cool coming up in my life. There's, got some concerts coming up. I am going to the 30th anniversary show for Puffy Amiyumi next month. And in July, I'm going to the Konosuba 10th anniversary concert.
Yeah, which you just told us about.
Yeah. Got the confirmation saying, yep, you were chosen. Here's your bill. It's already paid for. It's going to be exciting. I'm looking forward to it. And, of course, AFLM.
All right. Well, if you guys want to check out what I've got going on, you can head to SolarianSun.com, where you can read Solarian Sun for free. I have just posted over on Patreon, patreon.com/AFLM, over 1,000 pages of Solarian Sun. So now you, the followers, can also read over 1,000 pages of Solarian Sun. I've just been doing my own personal read through of Solarian Sun myself, and I'm on volume 2, and I've been kind of enjoying going through my own little journey to see where it started and how it's going. And so far, I think it's going really good. Seeing that book 5 is literally right around the corner. In about 3 weeks. 3 weeks away is the end of volume 5, at least on my end. Patreon is going to take a little bit longer because I have to post up the pages. But production wise, I think I have 3 weeks left of of that, and I'm really looking forward to it. Because it's so close, and so we're looking at an early Kickstarter or an early summer Kickstarter, probably around June or July. Because I'm gonna print the test books immediately. I'm experimenting with manga size Solarian Sun books.
All right.
So we'll have the normal size comic books, but then we'll have digest size manga books, so that I can bring more copies to farther away conventions.
That's a good idea.
And that way we can have a cheaper version of it as well. So if you want to get in on a smaller ground level to read Solarian Sun, I'm going to try printing out a test book of that as well. Other than that, you can find me on X and Instagram at AFLM_art, where I post semi-frequently, at least twice a week. And I give you my production notes of where Solarian Sun is at, because that is my life.
Very cool. And what's nice too, let's see if I got this right. Yeah, if you look on the top left page of the Duck Amuck, there's all of our social media stuff right there. And
that's a really good idea by colorizing them.
Yeah, and why am I so big in this? Whoops. Why am I so big and why are you so small? Okay. Let me fix that.
I've heard you're huge in Japan.
Yeah. In more ways than one. But yeah. But yeah, if you look on the top left page, there's all of our social media stuff. You can follow us there. And let me see if I scroll down, maybe you can see, right there, you can see all of our separate ones here as well too. So if you don't find it on the top, you can find it on the bottom.
That's sick.
Nice. Yeah.
Mine's so sad. Here you go.
But you got one.
I do.
Yeah, you have one. You got to expand.
And some, I don't know. I'm terrible at social media. And what do I have to share with people? I mean, like, I got
your drawings, dude. Your drawings.
I have drawings, but I not on like Twitter. Like I'm not gonna like put them there.
Oh yeah, there's the AI algorithm kind of stuff. True.
Okay.
Yeah, gotta be careful. All right.
Everybody wants my basic shit.
Okay. Anyway, until next time, this is your King Baby Duck.
AFLM.
JonStar.
Reminding you that if you're going to chase your dreams, make sure you run amok.
Run amok.
I was with you, Evan, on that one.
I
caught your rhythm.
Thank you very much.
Andrew, nothing.
Well, it's his first time on camera. What do you expect?
I know, I'm so shy.
Yes.
It's such a shame how shy I am.
Yeah. Okay, bye.
Hey, bye.
Bye.